Hello and welcome everyone. In this tutorial I will explain how you perform an economic analysis of a design plant in Aspen HYSYS version 8.6. I have here a biodiesel plant in front of me. It runs on macabre oil and waste cooking oil. Now before I start, I recommend you to watch the video wherein is explained how this plant is simulated if you don't know how to set up a plant, because this video will not cover that. This plant is designed by a previous student and the economic evaluation is basically the continuation. So if you don't know how to do that, I advise you to watch that video first. I will put a link in the description. That video will explain everything on how to build a plant and simulate the plant in Aspen, which kinetic models and fluid packages are used, etc, etc. Although this plant is a little bit different because I added some coolers and a distillation column, but I didn't add anything new or something that wasn't covered in the previous vid. Alright, so let's start. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to fill in the prices of your raw materials and products. Now sometimes Aspen has most prices already in its database, but if you want to change or check some prices, you can do this by going to workbook. You have to set up, add, and then you add cost factor, which is the price per unit, and the cost flow, which shows the total costs for a stream. And I already added that, so it's not necessary for me. Okay, you can also double check it by going to the flow sheet and, for example, I want to check the price for methanol, double click on it, go to cost parameters. And here I can check the price again. Now also make sure that you use the right units. I have everything in dollars per kilogram, so obviously I have to set my flow basis on mass flow. Okay, after you've done that, you go to the economics tab. What you basically do is you follow this toolbar from left to right. So let's start here. Now we already filled in the prices, but you can go to stream price to check it again if you want to. Okay, then go to process utilities. This shows you all the specifications of the unit operations. Everything is calculated by Aspen. I assume that everything that is calculated by Aspen is correct, but if you want to change something, then you can do that. Everything that is blue is changeable by the user, so it's up to you. Okay, then you go to cost options, and here you fill in the general specifications for the economic assessment, like economic lifetime and operating year. In the first bar you can choose in which metrics Aspen will calculate and show you the parameters. You can change the template. I already did that. I changed it to metric units. Scenario, you can give your project a name, description. The operating life of the plant, I changed it to 20 years. Length of plant startup, 0 years. Start of basic engineering, I put that on 1 January 2015. It's all up to you, by the way. And then the operational year, which is how many hours the plant runs in a year. Okay, so after you fill that in, you can close this off. Check economics active. Takes a bit of time. Now you don't want to check auto evaluate, because we want to do the economic evaluation step by step and we don't want to calculate everything at once. Okay, then you go to map. What mapping does is it registers all the unit operations and streams. Press OK. Here you can see all the unit operations. Press OK. Okay, after you've done that, you press size. Size calculates all the dimensions and specifications of the unit operations. And at view equipment, you can double check your dimensions and specifications for your units. Again, this is changeable by the user. Everything that is blue is changeable. Okay, and after you've done that, after you think that everything is correct, you press evaluate. And evaluate calculates all the costs based on the given specifications. Okay, and then you can press investment analysis, and then what investment analysis does is that it exports all the costs to an Excel file. So here you have it. And here you can take all the information that is needed for your economic evaluation. It's a lot of information, so okay, now let's say you only want to find out some general parameters like only the revenue or payout periods, and you don't want to go through all these steps. Well, Aspen has a less comprehensive tool which is called the activated analysis. You can access it by going to home, press activated analysis, press these buttons. So it takes a bit of time. Yes, and here you have, and then you can press the down arrow. Here you have the operating profit, payout period, and return on investment. Now this is a much handier tool if you want to change the price really quick. For example, I want to change this to 0.8. Press play again. And then it calculates the payout period and the revenue based on the new specifications without going through these whole steps. Takes a bit of time, but it's much more quick than this method. Ah, here we have it. Press down arrow, and here we have the new specifications. Now, as you can see, I raised the price a little bit, and it shows me that the payout period is 0 years. It actually means that the payout period exceeds the 20 years because we, as you remember, we set the economic lifetime on 20 years. Yes. So it gives a 0. Well, yeah, and that's basically it for how to perform an economic analysis in Aspen. Thank you for watching.